how important is it to be in the right frame of mind for sexual activity to happen? How important is it to be in the right frame of mind for sex to happen? If someone is in a bad mood, they don't feel like having sex. But it doesn't mean that we cannot snap out of it. We know that we are capable of snapping out of it. It's just a matter of whether we want to, or whether we even bother, or whether we try. There are people who say, I don't feel like it, don't even touch me. I don't feel like it, don't force me, don't think I'm this, don't treat me like an object, this and that. A lot of times, how easily you can snap out something depends on the person. And of course, it also depends on the practice. If you have practice in snapping out of things, and over time it gets easier. We learn how to snap out of, for instance, our morning grouchiness as kids. We hate being dragged out of bed. And over time, we just learn how to suck it out and deal with it as adults. Because that's not the responsible thing to do. We need to go to work. We might have had a bad night's sleep, but there are things and work, responsibilities, people who count on us that we just do need to do. So we suck it up and do it. But when it comes to sex, we somehow think that because we're not in the mood, we don't feel like it, we're not in the right frame of mind, we have something going on, we cannot snap out of it. We can park it aside and address it later, just like any normal, mature adult. The ability to compartmentalize takes practice. And I know it's challenging. A lot of times you don't feel like it, but a lot of times why we don't put in an effort to put that aside, park it aside, to compartmentalize has more to do with whether we have this spirit of goodwill towards our partner. By that I mean, if you are not feeling connected with your partner, you're not going to put in that effort. And so a lot of it has to do with whether you can get away with it as well. So I feel that it is possible, regardless of your frame of mind, to engage in sexual activity. And once you start engaging in it, snap out of your attitude problem and get more into the flow of things. We are so reliant on our mood, and we blame our mood for the lack of sexual activity, when actually when it comes to work, when it comes to life, somehow we are able to snap out of it. And I think, like what I mentioned just now, it has to do with practice, it has to do with your willingness, your openness, and it has to do with how much you're willing to try with the person that you're with. So I hope this answer makes sense, and feel free to challenge me. This is how I feel and think. And you can always reach out to me at ask@eroscoaching.com. I'm also looking forward to questions relating to love, sex, and relationships.